What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Tarun's Thoughts. My name's Tarun Shetty. These are my thoughts. Hope you guys are doing well. Doing marvelous here in Los Angeles. Still here, trucking away. Honestly, been feeling kind of miserable. I mean, my allergies have been killing me. I don't know if you noticed, I've been kind of stuffed up, but I remember living here, a lot of memories, just going audition to audition, and I think the appeal of LA is you're living on hope. Like your life can change at any moment. That audition, the next big audition is coming right around the corner, and you sort of forget about living in the present. And of course, everybody's gunning after the same stuff, so it's a hyper competitive situation. Like, how do you not get competitive over it? Just by human nature. Fortunately, I'm not auditioning at all, so there's nothing for me to be competitive about with anybody. So it doesn't really matter. So I can kind of see LA from a macro viewpoint. Because I've been going out to all the clubs and, my God, like a whole new wave. I've talked about this again, like a whole new wave of young people, comedians. I don't even know people. Like when I go to these clubs, I see these lineups. I'm like, who are these people? And they look like college kids to me. And they're like, who are you? And I'm like, I know the bartender, from back in the day. That's the only reason I'm able to even hang out at these clubs, because I just know these, these old gargoyles who are at the club still. And they're like, oh, he's cool. I was at the Improv yesterday, the Hollywood Improv. Was never a big improv guy. I kind of find that club just too commercial. I always liked the Comedy Store because it was kind of darker, and it's kind of how I am, my sensibility. Even though the Comedy Store, they're kind of dicks over there, they used to be. It kind of fit in with who I was as a person, so you kind of gravitate toward who you are. But the Improv was one of the best clubs in Hollywood, arguably the best in Hollywood. And I went there last night. My friend was in the lab, and I was standing next to this guy, Jamie Kennedy. Remember Jamie Kennedy, the X Factor? He's a pretty funny guy, actually. He still tours. Like a lot of these guys who were famous back in the day, who were in TV, they don't, they tour, but they're not really comics. They're just kind of, headlining. They're kind of like zoo attractions, and you go and see them. Oh, this guy from this show. But Jamie Kennedy is not that type of guy. Like, he's a dude who works on his craft. I've seen this guy at the Ha Ha. Like, I see him at Side Splitters in Tampa because I live down there. Like, he rolls through. And I watched some of his clips online. He's pretty funny dude. And I was standing next to him, and he has this video on TikTok where somebody approaches the stage, and she's like, I can out joke you. And he's like, here's the microphone. And like, it's like a complete meltdown. Go watch it yourself. But I was like, hey, Jamie, I was like, that TikTok shit is hilarious. That video with that girl approaching the stage. And he was like, he goes, man, it's crazy out there. Something like that. And then he went up and had a pretty good set. But, what he said there really speaks to the state of comedy. Like, it's just changed enormously. Like, I've done a few shows here, and I think I've talked about like how the audiences were like really woke, and people feel like they can just walk on stage and just take the microphone out of your hand, and it's like a different scene. Then I saw some guy from way back in the day who I used to see at the Comedy Store. He was in the bar area, and he makes a lot of money doing like these like Jewish shows. Like big money. And he was just like, yeah, I'm done with LA. I'm moving to Florida as my base. He's like, the market's changed. He's like, there's nothing here for me. And that really hit me too. I was like, maybe there's nothing here for me either. Like, if you're not auditioning, why are you here? But I also think sometimes being around people in the business, it's a big deal. Like your circle of influence, that's a big deal. And I always complain about that a lot in Florida. Like it's hard to find that with guys who are 23 years old at open mics. You can't find that. Anyway, so I'm just trying to process everything. I just want to let you know, I've been training jiu-jitsu out here too, getting my ass kicked. But it's been a positive trip. There's always this fear in artistry, like I have incredible fear When I wake up every day, I'm like, man, I am so fucked in so many different ways. And I think, no, I'm not. I'm totally fine. I'm very lucky. One, very lucky. And I don't have to be scared. Like the fear is just part of it comes with the territory. You're going to be a comedian or an artist. This is something which you just have to live with. It's like having a mole or something that you just have to accept. So I'm trying to make it part of my daily spirituality, if that makes any sense to you. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. We will talk soon. Have a great day. See ya.